iOS 18 is here. Before this year's WWDC, people were saying that iOS 18 is gonna be the biggest software update in iPhone history. In that case, I have to install the beta software onto my phone and investigate if that is true or not. I installed the developer beta 1 earlier today, but I still haven't gotten the chance to play around, so let's do that right now. Actually, after I installed the new beta software, I didn't really see any noticeable difference after I opened my homepage. This looked exactly like my old phone. I saw all the crazy home screen personalization during the event. Maybe I need to spend some time and customize it. So with me for a moment. Okay, how about this? Feels a little different now? So this year in iOS 18, basically, you can arrange your app icons in whatever the position you like. So it doesn't have to be start from the top to the bottom. You can have gap and you can just move the icon around like this. Nope, not gonna work. This gonna make me crazy. Put it back. So you can just design your own home screen now. Yeah, like something like this. You can also change the size of your widgets easily. Let's also try to add more widgets. For example, I'm gonna do a clock. And yeah. Huh? Why can't I put it in the center? I just want to make a normal Android home screen. I cannot do that. Okay, fine. Yeah. But anyway, the whole process, it really reminds me of the first smartphone I've used. Oh, that's such a good memory. That's when I was in middle school. Have any of you guys used that phone before? If you have, leave a comment. Yeah, that's the T-Mobile G1 running Android 1.0. That was 15 years ago. And 15 years later, we can finally do similar thing on an iPhone. Except I cannot put the clock in the center. There are also some interesting new options over here. You can directly change the size of your widget right in the menu. Oh, still loading. Okay, so now it messed up my home screen icon arrangement. Okay, it changed more. And as you've noticed, all the icons have dark mode now. There's even more. In the customization, you have dark, light, tinted. 3 different options for your icon style. I can do light. This is the normal iOS look. And then dark and tinted. So I can apply one color to all of my icons. Oops, still loading. Beta software. Okay, it's working now. So it also works for your third-party apps. Just apply a color tint on all of your icons. You can also make your icons larger. This looks a little weird. Maybe I'm still not used to it. This is darken your wallpaper. This tinted icon, it reminds me again of the time when I was playing with Android phones, all those different kind of launchers using icon packs. Look at this, kind of feel like a jailbreaked iPhone. I also found this is really cool that you can turn an icon directly into a widget, like my clock, turn into a widget, and I can change it back. I wonder what happened if I change it into widget and then delete that. Okay, so now my clock app is gone. I don't think it's gone. I think it's hiding in the app library. Let me go grab it out. Okay. There's also something really cool is that now you can lock or hide your app from your home screen. For example, I want to lock my YouTube music and let it require Face ID. Long press, require Face ID. Now I have the option to let it require Face ID or hide and require Face ID. If I just lock it, so next time when I open it, I have to use Face ID or enter my password. Now let's try hide it. Okay, it's gone. Next time if I want to open it, I have to go to my app library, the hidden folder, unlock it, and here you go. Okay, that's all for the home screen. And then the control center gets a big update this year. Let's see. Yeah, it really looks a lot different. I think mostly it's because all those buttons become rounded. Yeah, also for some reason I feel like it's more colorful, but it's still blue. Oh, maybe it's green. You have the yellow, light blue, something like that. Okay. Ah, it goes to the second page. Ah, third page. But how do I close it? Oh, you have to swipe from the bottom to close Control Center. That feels a little weird. I mean, before I just like quickly swipe from anywhere and then I can close the Control Center, but now I have to precisely close from the bottom. Otherwise, I'm going to the second page. Or maybe I'll get used to it later. I don't know. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. You get a large page of all your little switches. Yeah, this is definitely easier if you are not familiar with all the different functions over there. They also say you can customize your control center right here. Is it the plus button? Right, you can move around right inside the control center instead of going inside the setting page. That is really nice. Because in the previous iOS version, I don't really want to mess around the control center because it's just so deep. You need to dig into setting and move around and then open control center and see if that fits your need or not. Yeah, it's just not that convenient. Ah, so you can really customize a lot. You can also make those smaller icons bigger. Wow, this flashlight. This is cool. Add a control. What else can you add? Wow, there are a whole drawer of different switches. That's so many. You can basically do anything you want. Wow, it just keep going. This is like the little widgets on Apple Watch. It just keep going, keep going. Low power mode, all the accessibility. There's also a power button here. You can turn off your phone right here. This really looks like a remote control. You have button on top, turn on, turn off, all the switches. There's also a feature we have waited for 7 years. In your lock screen customization, you can get rid of the original options and then put something else. Honestly, I don't really know what else I want to put there. I just want to put flashlight and camera. I think the original option works for me. I like them. I don't want to change them. Oh, by the way, there's a new animation I find really neat. Like if you squeeze power button.
Battery is at 59%.
Okay, yeah. You can see this little squeeze animation.
Okay.
Okay. Also, if you do volume, up and down, look at that. Action button. Now let's try out the Photos app. During the event, they said the Photo app has the biggest redesign ever. Let's see what is that about. You still have your library, but the bottom looks different, huh? Kind of like the Apple Vision Pro, those kind of UI. Look at the nice glass effect in the background. That's really cool. When I'm viewing photos, the layout also got changed a little bit. So instead of taking over the whole width of the screen, now it's kind of, you have a little edge. And if you click on the photo, you're gonna in the full screen mode. And click again, it's gonna become a little smaller. And then you're gonna have your information on top. And also you can scroll over at the bottom. The information like the location and the date of the photo definitely got featured and it's easier to read. You also get a carousel kind of thing. For example, your trips, and your favorites. Oh, that looks spicy. And if you go down, why I have so many food? You can make a video from here and more collections, memories, trips, all the media types, wallpaper suggestions. So to me, I kind of feel like the new photo app is put all the functions in the old photo app into one vertical page. So before it's like you are switching between different pages and in different views, different function, but now it's just everything is like in this one page and you just scroll. I think I have to keep using it for a while and see how I feel about it. You can also turn on your filters over here, like just look at your photos, videos, screenshots, something like that to find something you need. Next, messages. So apparently now you can apply more effects and animations to your iMessage. Let's try out some of them. I'm gonna message myself since I don't really have other people to message to. You can see this animation option over here. Let's see. Hello world. Those regular options and animations over here. This looks violent. Let's try explode. Boom. Also, now you can tap back with any emoji or sticker, not just those a few default one, for example. They're also in color. That's really nice. You can reply with all the emojis or add more. Love this. There's also an important update. Now you can schedule your message and send it later. For example, I'm sending today at 10. Okay, send. Okay, here we are. I can also modify it or just delete it. Also, in iOS 18, we get the support for RCS messaging. Technically, when iPhone user message Android user, they will have a better experience overall, like sending richer media and get read receipt, something like that. Next, Passwords app. In iOS 18, we get a standalone app called Passwords. You can use that to see and manage all your passwords that you saved inside your iCloud keychain. To me, this is really a great thing because in the past, if I need to check some of my passwords, I have to go into my settings and then scroll all the way to passwords. But now I can just go to this app, unlock it, and just search or find something I need. But they basically copy the user interface of reminders. That's like a two totally different unrelated apps. Next, Notes app. Seems like there are a couple lovely new features in this year's update. First of all, we get live audio transcription. So let's see. Record audio, show the transcription over here, record. Last week, I went to the theater. I had a very good seat. The play was very interesting. I did not enjoy it. A young man and a young woman were sitting behind me. They were talking loudly. I got very angry. Now I can replay my recording. Last week, I went to the theater. Check out the transcript. Let's see if I can search it. Okay, I entered loudly and then it showed me my recording. Here we go. So this is a really nice feature. It's just like in recent years, we can search the text in our photos or screenshots, and now we can also search the things in our voice recording. That's really nice. The next one is that we can now do calculation in our note. For example, I'm planning for my trip between me and my friend, and I want to see how much money we should split. For our flight, 478 total, and for our hotel, 374 total. Flight plus hotel. It's gonna be, here we go. If I want to split with him, it's gonna be... Okay, let me send it to him. For some reason, this kind of gives me a coding vibe. Another feature is that now my sections are collapsible. For example, I can hide all those content over there, hide all those content over here, and open them up. If you have a long note, it's gonna make your note a little bit tidier. Yeah, guess where I'm going for my trip. And now you can also highlight your text with colors, like this. Next, Journal app. In this year's update, we can now log our state of mind. So when I'm making a new entry, I can choose state of mind, and now I can choose what I'm feeling. Of course, I feel awesome because iOS 18 is here, even though all the AI features are missing. Also, there's like an overall insight now. You can click here and go to your insights page. You can see some status, like how many entries you have, how many words you've written. Yeah, just like some fun facts to make you keep journaling. Now you can also search through your journals, and there is also a journal widget for you to put on your home screen or lock screen. Next, Apple TV app. In iOS 18, they add a new insight function. It kind of sounds like the X-ray in Amazon Prime Video. When you are watching Apple original content, such like a Apple TV Plus show, the app gonna show you who the actors are or what music is playing in that particular section. I've played around in the Apple TV app and tried multiple shows, but seems like the insight function is still not showing up yet, so I'm not sure if it's still not ready in this beta version. And then there's a new feature called Enhanced Dialogue. If I select Enhance, it's gonna use machine learning to make the dialogue pop out. So even it's like a noisy sound effects heavy scene, I should be able to hear the dialogue clearly as well. Next, Settings app. Apple didn't really talk about that a lot during the event, but I did notice they've done quite a few changes over here. You can see the order of the items got changed a bit. Battery is very on top now. How do they know we check our battery health every day? And then in each section, you kind of get an overview of what this section is about. Control Center is empty now. And then you can also notice the list is way shorter now because they hide all the settings for each app inside apps. And now this is just the whole thing. Yeah, go change whatever you like. You also get a new design for the iCloud page. You can check out your storage, new design and animation. Seems like this file icon is low res. They need to fix that. The privacy and security page also look a little different. They also talk about the contacts. So now you can decide which contacts to share with an app. So instead of sharing the whole contacts list, you can just choose some of them. Next, accessibility. This year, Apple brings a couple more accessibility features, and one of them really stands out. That's eye tracking. This sounds like the feature on Apple Vision Pro. You use your eyes to control the user interface. It actually reminds me of my only experience with Apple Vision Pro at Apple Store. So I was there for a demo, and the first step in the demo is they put the Apple Vision Pro onto your head, and you have to do this eye tracking setup. Like you look at the dot for like a couple rounds, and then it's gonna pair your eyesight and make sure you can control the interface smoothly. I got stuck in that eye tracking process for 3 times. They have to restart the machine for me a couple times. And in the end, I finally got it done, but it did take quite a while. Yeah. I'm curious how this eye tracking gonna work. Let's see. Okay, so I need to set up. It's just like what I did on Apple Vision Pro. I hope it's not gonna stuck. Oh, it just keep going. Okay. Oh, it's happening, it's happening. Can you see the cursor over there? Oh. Let me see what I can do on the home screen. Oh, it's really moving, but it is definitely flying around, drifting a lot. Let me try to open the clock. No, no, no. No. Go up, go up. No, not Safari. Next, calendar. Again, Apple didn't talk that much during the event, but they actually did a really nice redesign, and I really appreciate it. So now you can see those color strips under the date, kind of give you an idea of how busy the day is going to be. There are different views like compact, stacked. Yeah, kind of give you a general idea of the month and details. I love this one a lot because now you can finally see what's gonna happen on each day in this whole month view. The old version doesn't have this, and I have to use third-party app. And now the calendar app also works with a reminder app. You can create, modify reminder in your reminder apps right inside the calendar. Next, calculator. I know iPad users are so happy because they finally get a official calculator app. Yeah, 14 years of making. How about that? And actually, all those new features they talk about iPad's calculator also come to iOS. If we go to calculator, first you're gonna see there's a new menu button over here. Now the calculator can record history. So if I'm doing whatever, yeah, you're gonna see your history right on the left. Also, now it can work as a converter. I can do currency converting over here, or I can do more data, energy, force, angle, area, so many. I'm really sorry, but now I feel like I can delete those 2 apps. Other than the basic, you also have your scientific view and math notes. This is new. This is just like all those fancy features they demonstrate during the iPadOS section. You can create a new note and you can do calculation. Yeah, this is just like the Notes app feature I showed earlier. And actually, the math notes gonna show up in your Notes app right here. Yeah, that's why they look kind of similar. And what's interesting is that you can actually do handwriting. Let me write something randomly. Ah, it's actually trying to mimic handwriting. Did you see that? And you can actually make the number bigger or smaller, and the result gonna change in real time. No, I'm just so sad I'm not in school anymore. Otherwise, I'm gonna love this so much. Next, phone app. Now you can finally do T9 searching on your Dell pad. How exciting is that? Let's try it out. So, for example, I'm looking for Apple. It will be APPLE. Here we go. So no more looking for contacts in the contact list. Just do it right here. And now let's talk about some new features that I wasn't able to test yet. While we are still in the phone app, soon you will be available to record your phone call on your iPhone. You'll be able to record and transcribe your live call. For privacy reason, it's gonna remind the person on the other side that you are recording the call, just like to do the Zoom recording or something like that. And you'll also be able to see a summary. Next, SharePlay. In this year's update, you'll be able to control other people's screen through screen sharing. This is so exciting because a lot of time when I'm helping my parents with some issues on their phones, I always had a hard time because it's just difficult to describe things using words instead of just go control the screen, click on some buttons, do something on the phone directly. But now you can finally do that. This is awesome because I don't have two iOS 18 devices right now, so I cannot test it out. And if you are able to test it, please let me know in the comment. Next, AirPods. This year, they added this new hands-free Siri interactions with AirPods when Siri is asking you if you want to receive a call or not, or something like that. Instead of saying yes or no, you can just nod or shake. This feature requires the second generation of AirPods Pro. I'm still using the first generation, so unfortunately I cannot test it. There's also a new voice isolation for AirPods Pro that help to reduce noise, also a personalized spatial audio for gaming. Next, Wallet app. So now there's a new function called Tap to Cash. If two people want to transfer Apple Cash, they can just bring their phones together instead of sharing email address, phone number, something like that. Next, Mail app. During the event, Apple showed a couple new features such as sort your emails into multiple categories like personal, shopping, promotions. Yeah, it's kind of like the Gmail smart categories or like Outlook, the focused inbox, something like that. All those new features will come later this year. Next, Safari is going to have a highlights function. And also it has a smarter reader. If you open the reader view, you're going to get a summary so you can quickly know what this web page is talking about. This actually reminds me of the web browser I'm using, ArcSearch. It has a summary function. For example, I'm opening this article about iOS 18 and here we go, the summary. You get kind of like the bullet points view, tell you what this long web page is saying in like a short amount of text. So I guess the new function in Safari gonna work kind of similar. One last thing, a whole chunk of things, Apple Intelligence. I'm sure you have already seen all the new AI features they show during the event, like the writing tools, all those functions that can help you summarize and prioritize things, and also like image creator, Apple's magic eraser, and a new smarter Siri, and integrated ChatGPT. So Apple Intelligence features are not available on Developer Beta 1 yet. According to Craig during the event, those features will start becoming available this summer, hopefully in later versions of Developer Beta or Public Beta. And I would definitely go try Apple Intelligence out as soon as it becomes available this summer. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notification so you can see how that will go. Okay, that's all for today's video. And I've already installed this developer beta on my daily driver. So if you have any question or there's anything you want to know about the experience of using the developer beta, feel free to let me know in the comment. And I will try my best to answer and share my real life experience. And now check out my long-term review of my iPhone 15 Pro Max or watch some cinematic videos I shot on this phone. Have a nice day.